I was 16 the summer I first heard about Pride Week, 1973. Not from a textbook, those never talked about us, but from my cousin Alex, who always showed up at family dinners wearing denim jackets covered in buttons that said things like, "Gay Liberation Now," and "We Are Everywhere." Alex told stories like they were campfire sparks, bright and fast and impossible to ignore. One night, sitting on the hood of their beat-up car, they said, "You know, Pride didn't start with parades. It started with people deciding they were done being quiet." And then they told me about 1973, when queer activists and community organizers across Canada came together and organized the first National Pride Week. Events were organized in cities including Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, Winnipeg, and Saskatoon. Different places, but a shared message. We deserve rights, and we are going to show up for one another. Alex described how the events weren't flashy. No giant floats, no corporate banners, just dances in community halls, film screenings in borrowed classrooms, art shows in basements, and rallies where people held handmade signs because nobody had money for anything else. But the energy? Electric. "Imagine," Alex said, "being 20 and walking into a room full of people like you for the first time. Imagine realizing you're not alone." I tried to picture it, the relief, the fear, the joy all tangled together. The way your heart might pound when you finally see yourself reflected back. Alex also told me that the movement faced new battles in the years that followed. After Toronto police raided 4 bathhouses in 1981, thousands protested. The raids and the community response became a major catalyst for the larger annual Pride event that emerged in Toronto that year. 3,000 people marched, Alex said. The protest was loud, angry, and determined. A refusal to accept police mistreatment in silence. That protest became the spark for modern Toronto Pride. Not a party, a refusal. Alex also reminded me that Indigenous histories of gender and sexual diversity stretch back long before Canada existed. Many Indigenous nations have their own distinct traditions, roles, and terms. In 1990, participants at an Indigenous queer gathering near Winnipeg adopted the contemporary pan-Indigenous term Two-Spirit as an expression of community, culture, and self-determination. "Pride isn't just about being seen," Alex said. "It's about remembering who we were before anyone tried to tell us otherwise." Alex said every generation has carried the movement forward. Young people advocating for safer schools, trans communities fighting for appropriate health care, and Black and racialized queer communities creating spaces where their experiences are centered. "You're part of that," they told me. "Every time you show up, every time you ask questions, every time you refuse to shrink." And I realized Pride wasn't something that happened back then. It was something happening right now, shaped by people my age, people like me. Alex tapped the hood of the car like it was a drum. "So, when you go to Pride, remember you're walking in the footsteps of people who were scared and brave at the same time. People who did not know how the public would respond. People who made 1 week in August 1973 an enduring part of a movement that is still being carried forward." And I knew, even before I ever went to my first parade, that Pride wasn't just a celebration. It was a story, a fight, a promise, a thing young people keep alive.